Welcome to a new update, and today we're discussing the potential breakout of Bitcoin above 50k. With a lot of FOMO right now in the markets, which is great, we're going to discuss which levels are critical for Bitcoin to hold. Later today we're going to have a live stream as well, as we are back with the live streams and we're doing a giveaway, which you can still find on my Twitter. And in that live stream, we're going to answer some of your questions, some important topics, news, requests. Everything will be discussed in the live stream tonight at 5:30 Central European Time. But before that, do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel beneath and like the YouTube update if you enjoy the content. And do not forget to check out the website that's in the description beneath, where you can trade alongside me. So if we go to the charts, and we're doing that, what can we see with the markets right now? Well, we can see that Bitcoin is trying to break out to the upside. And I'm saying trying, given the fact that there are some very important levels that you should be watching in order to assume that we're going to have an actual breakout. So yes, we are trying to crack through this entire resistance, but still we are fighting it. So what we can see here is that we do have this squeeze area, right? Let's put it that way. So we've got this entire range of squeezes on the left, meaning resistance, support, breakdown, and we all went all the way back towards this block here. However, in this squeeze area in between the breakout or breakdown actually, we can see that this support resistance becomes resistance again. So this range is the area that we should be looking at as a matter, and here we have it as support, as a very important level too. We didn't break above that one yet, because if we're going to break above that one, that is going to create a chain reaction and potentially a short squeeze. I'll just make this one blue. Short squeezes, make them blue. Right? As this is the critical break. If we do break above 51k, that is most likely going to give a trigger towards 56 to 58k, as that's the next resistance zone right here. And that is also the final hurdle before we're going to see new all-time highs for the markets. And right now we're just seeing that we're still in between. What we do see on the downside is that we're flipping 48k as support. So we did see resistance and support here too. We're doing the exact same right now. But volume is draining down, meaning that I'm not quite sure whether we're going to crack through 51k. If we do, we have this squeeze. If we do, altcoins, everything will just go mayhem. But also, if Bitcoin is going to consolidate. And when you look on the downside, you know that we've got some critical levels that we're holding. So the critical level on the downside we initially had, and we potentially still have, but I would not prefer to go all the way that far down. The entire level around 39k is the level that we are watching. Now, as we are still making higher lows, as you can see, the level that we should be holding is 44.6k. I do not believe that we're going all the way back towards 41k soon. But we do know that the two critical levels that you're watching are 44.6 in this region. So technically, 41k are still okay to see, but I'm not a huge fan. When we look at the upside, we can see that 51 is the critical breaker, and we can see that 48k is pretty much the level that we should be watching for a potential breakdown. And then I'm starting to zoom in. So what we see here is the following. 51k is the level to watch. Also, it flipped 48, so the previous resistance became support. If this area doesn't provide support and we are not cracking 51k, so we get something like this, then I'm not assuming that we're going to bounce on 46, but then I'm assuming we're going to see a retest around 44k. And such a breakdown is going to give the market some more space to start consolidating, given the fact that such a breakdown is giving us a range to act in. Very remarkable structures like we do see here, right? So I'm not expecting us to clearly break through at this stage. I'm expecting us to potentially see a slight top relatively soon if we do crack 51k acceleration is going to happen fast. Overall, market is most likely bottomed out. Market is also bottomed out for altcoins, meaning that the last chapter of this year is going to be absolutely wonderful when it comes to altcoins. And we've already seen some of them, but also when you look at Cardano, Avalanche, Solana, Luna, there is a potential chance that we're going to correct relatively soon. When we're looking at Ethereum against USDT, we can see that we are actually having the exact same. So right now we are looking at resistance area around 34, right? And if that is cracked, we're going to look at the next range around 39. But overall, this is showing much strength. No breakout yet of the high, but if we want to crack the high for real, we want to crack it above 34, given that that is the area where we have been rejecting in a bad manner. Also, this entire block is the area that we have been acting in, through which, if you look at the structure, and you're always asking to me, okay, when should I buy? Well, those retests here are buy opportunities. Actually here, we've also been saying that this is actually a grand opportunity for the markets, but in the past few days, social media has hyped up again, and that was not the case when the market were at the low. So many people coming back when they see green candles again, causing FOMO, while you should actually stay when the market is not doing great, because then you will have the opportunities. So when we're looking at Ethereum at this stage, the levels are not changed at all. We are still looking at the same structures around 25 to 26 as a potential test. But we also know that this previous high became support here. If we fail to break through this resistance zone, which might be, there's still the likely chance, and we've seen those structures happening here too, many times, is that we get a corrective move in which we retest this previous block around 3K before we start to break out to the upside. And most likely, if we get a crack above 34, it's going to accelerate fast towards 4K as well, just like Bitcoin is going to accelerate quite fast. So these structures are not bad at all. And are we going to see 26? The question is, how far is Bitcoin going to correct if 51 rejects? And most of the people are waiting for the most obvious levels. For instance, a retest here too. For instance, a retest here. That's just all not happening, meaning that you should be a little bit more aggressive when it comes to a bull cycle. So if we get towards 3K, if Bitcoin gets towards the 44K, those are the regions where you should be getting interested in the markets overall. Are we going to see a bull cycle that is going to be the biggest ever? Yes, the dot-com bubble was 10 trillion, current valuation with inflation about 30. The crypto markets are just 2.2 at this stage, so definitely we're going to do it. But is this a moment where you should be entering right now? If you're an investor, you might want to jump into the markets. But if you're a trader, you might be looking at spot shorts and take profit. You might be looking at shorts and take profit on your longs. You're looking at longs around 44. You're looking at a potential scalp at 48, and you're looking at a long when we flip support. That is what you're looking at right now. Right now, it's just a patient game. When are we going to flip 51K? And that is the crucial level. On the downside, 48K is the crucial level to hold. Tonight at 5:30 Central European Time, we're going to do the live stream. I hope you will be there. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great to be back on the live streams. I'll see you then, and have a wonderful day.